Okay, Samuel, we can start your presentations. Time is yours. Floor is yours.
Would you give me permission
Oh,
to
yeah, I
share
forget.
screen?
Sorry. Wait. Yeah. Yeah, I followed you to share your screens.
I hope you will enjoy it. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, everyone. Now I'm going to commence my presentation about the values and family relationship in Brazil. For me to talk about this, I must begin from the beginning. And the beginning is the Empire of Brazil, because this is when our society began. So our empire, the previous Brazil, was formed under Portuguese influence because we used to be a Portuguese colony until 1822, over 200 years ago. And Catholicism was very crucial for our future society because they began Catholic priests began coming to Brazil in its premises over 500 years ago. At that time, family, depending on the kind of family, depending on the social class of a family, there would be different tasks, let's say. For example, a household. If you were from a poor family, as most of civilizations, the man would be responsible for bringing the income to the house, and the women would be in charge of taking care of the home, the children, just like we do nowadays in most of cases. Um, Depending on your social class, as I said, if for example, if I was a landlord, I would expect my son to learn how to take care of our business. On the other hand, if I was poor, if I was a farmer, I would teach my son or my daughter how to work on a harvest, for example, how to plant coffee seeds, sugar cane. This is what we were supposed to do at that time. Child labor at that time, again, depending on the social class that you belonged, a child would have to work to help their parents, especially in farmers and like coffee plantations and sugar cane plantations, because those were very common at that time. But if you belonged to a mid class, upper class, you wouldn't have to do such things. And this is something I think very interesting, the hierarchy at that time, because the man used to be the chef, the chief, the leader, the head of the family, the patriarch. After him, his spouse, and then the children, the relatives, and the servants. If you belonged to upper class family with a better income to be able to pay for some employees. Um, in case of the oldest son was still too young after the death of the patriarch, So his wife would assume the family business, and she would be the matriarch. In any other case, the oldest son would assume in case of death of the patriarch. The influence of a religion, as I said, Catholicism played a major role in our society in the beginning. At that time, there were many traditions that we still have today. For example, it's raining. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just began raining.
Oh, it's raining.
Very
But
close the window.
we can still hear you very clearly. Don't worry.
Okay. Okay.
So it's
So,
raining season. Rainy season in Brazil. Yeah.
yes, it's rain season.
So tropical
Suddenly it
country,
begins
yeah. Brazil is a tropical country like Indonesia. We only have two seasons. No, no winter, no autumn.
The spring,
Yeah,
no.
dry and
Only
rainy season
hot
only. Yeah, dry and rainy season, just like us. Yeah. Okay, you can continue.
and sure. The religious traditions that we had at the time, they are still present nowadays. For example, baptism. Uh, baptism. Do you understand baptism?
Petition? What is it? I don't know.
It's like it's a Catholic dogma. It's like a babe, and then he's kind of purified from their sins. Even a babe. It's kind of complicated.
Yeah.
Um, our feast days. So at that time, they wouldn't change so much from what we have today. For example, we already had the carnival at that time, and Easter, Christmas, and probably some national holiday focused on some Catholic saints. The rites. The rites at the time would be like the traditions. Like if you were Hebrew, for example, there would be their bar mitzvah when when a child turns a man, and then the same thing with baptism. Not so many differences from what we have today. This is what they call the old way of living. At that time, they had arranged marriages, just like some countries still have. But those marriages would be like economic alliance. For example, I am a landlord, and then a friend of mine has lots of land. I have my son, and I want to marry my son to his daughter because I already have land, and if we marry our children, we will have more lands, and then we can plant more coffee, to plant more sugar cane, and that means more money. So the marriages, some of them at that time were more like a deal focused on economic purposes and not involving the love of two people. Another thing very important at that time was the respect, something that nowadays we don't see pretty often. But at that time, the children were supposed to obey their parents. Um, Not only the children, but as I said, at the hierarchy, the patriarch was like a king, and everyone had to obey him. or her if it was a matriarch. Things like gender ideologies just didn't exist, not at all. Things like this would be unacceptable.
Gender
One good thing,
ideologies.
at least.
Okay, what do you mean with gender ideologies here, Samuel? Is it like discrimination between men and women, just like gender ideologies?
My dear, gender ideologies in Brazil are like LGBT and things like that. It would be impossible to exist at that time. Just unacceptable. Okay, carry on. And now we're going to go to a gallery before and then the first part of the presentation. Okay. This is what a traditional family would look like. If you look closely, you will see you have a patriarch as a spouse and the son and his children. By the way, this is Dom Pedro II, our last emperor, and his family. This is the royal family of the empire. It's standard family. A bride and a groom at the time. This is what they would dress up like. Not so different from what we have today. A smoke and a dress. And this is Isabel, the daughter of the emperor at the time. This is a representation of the Jesuits. These ones were very important to bring the Catholicism to Brazil during the beginning of the colonial era, over 500 years ago. This is because of these guys, Catholicism is still present in Brazil. They played
the colony of Portuguese.
Yes.
Yeah, Portuguese colonized Brazil, yeah. And they bring also the Catholicism. Same thing happens in Indonesia also many years ago.
Yeah, no. This is why we have so many cognates between Portuguese and Bahasa Indonesia.
Yeah, some similarities.
Okay, carrying on. Yeah. And now the present time, life in modern times. This is where like what Brazil looks like nowadays. Okay, the modern Brazil, after the fall of the empire in 1889 and the republic was proclaimed, the president at that time, President Deodoro, he was like influenced by foreign countries such as the Western European states, the United States, and some policies such as a secular state began common in Brazil. A secular state, just in case, is a state, a country that have no official religion. During the emperor, religion was like law. It was still important. But once Brazil became a secular state, it was just like religion quits the boat. It was just a human law. In modern times, the household duties aren't like they were before. I mean, women aren't expected to take care of the children or to take care of the house. Some of them they can have their own jobs, their careers, to begin their own business. They go to college, and sometimes they are responsible for the income of a family. It's not like in the old times when they had, it was their duty to stay at home. um, the
Sorry.
parental expect no problem. So okay. The parental expectations. Okay, the parental expectations.
Wait. Okay, I have put her in the waiting room until she find a quiet place, quieter places. Okay.
Okay, carry on. The parental expectations aren't so different from that time. Um, the parents, they expect their children to have an academic life, to get a good job. For example, if I am a waiter, I expect my son or my daughter to go to a college, and then she or he get a good job better than mine. This is for everyone. It doesn't matter your social status. And child labor is totally forbidden these days. If I am a bricklayer and then I have my son with me at my job, I can get arrested by this because it's totally forbidden. There is a law of children must be at school, no work at all. What is somehow good and bad at the same time, because the children, they get lazy and they don't want even to go to school and to get on their studies. On the other hand, it's good because the children doesn't have to lose their childhood working as many did in the past. Um, in a border family, um, the head could be in one, both the man or a woman, as I said, some mentioned. Um, and then we have the spouse, the man or a woman, the children, the relatives, and the household employees for those with better economic conditions. It's just like it's the equivalent to the severance in the old times. um, Now this is an interesting point because at that time, the time of the empire, Catholicism was everything, but not now. African religions have gained many followers from some years to now. Like, I don't know if you know about them, but religions such as Candomblé and Ubanda, a band, those are African religions, and every year they get more and more followers. What is totally the opposite of Catholicism. The feast days we still celebrate Christmas, Easter, and we have many holidays based on Catholic saints, such as I think was Jose. Do you understand that name? The father of Jesus, Joseph.
The father of Jesus.
Yeah.
I think Jesus doesn't have father.
Because it's in every country will be a different way of saying. The rites they are still the same. For example, the Hebrew they still have their bar mitzvahs. The Catholic they still promote the baptism. Even the Protestantism they also have baptism. And the African religions they have their own rites, such as jumping the waves in the ocean. They say that's good for bringing good luck. They do that at in the pass of one year to another in the Réveillon. And this is what I call the new way of living. uh, First of all, the freedom of choice for marriages. As I said, in the past, they had kind of a deal.
Yeah. In the past, they have you have arranged marriage in Brazil. But now freedom.
Yes, it's freedom of choice, and what is good, I think. On the other hand, we have a lack of respect, not only for family members, but to everyone in general. People, they have lost respect. Now they are very disrespectful. And now gender ideologies are everywhere, what is extremely bad. In the empire, we were a Catholic country, and most of our society was based on Catholic dogmas. But now we are a secular country, which means no dogmas at all. So it's like saying you can be whatever you want, you can do whatever you want, as long as you don't harm anyone. But somehow these ideologies they harm because they change things that are not natural. And now a gallery. This is more like what a mother family looks like. And just to make sure you have noticed it, we just love dogs. But the bases are the same. We have the patriarch, his spouse, and the children. Some things never change. In modern weddings, some couples they like to go to the beach so they can get married, but the old style is still very, very common, like to go to a church. Some couples they prefer an open space, like a farm or a garden to have their wedding party. And Catholicism still is the biggest religion in Brazil. Protestantism is closed, and African religions are common after. And that's it, guys. I hope you have enjoyed it.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Video. Okay, thank you, Samuel, for the beautiful presentation. Now we go to the question and answer sessions. Okay, let's start from this question first. Okay, maybe Karima to Nisa, because I see you in the screens. So you can go to ask the first questions. You can go. Karima? Yeah, Karima to Nisa.
I have question. Do most Brazilians still adhere to traditional? Do most Brazilians still adhere to traditions passed down from generation in the family? If yes, what is it usually like?
Could you please repeat that?
Please repeat the question, Nisa.
Do most Brazilians still adhere to traditions passed down from generation in the family? If yes, what is it usually like?
So the tradition that passed down from generation to generation, do you still have that, or is there any? The old tradition still exists because it passed down from generation to generations. I mean, that's
yeah, sure. Many. For example, in our I think in our first meeting, I told you about the papangu, and this is something that we pass from one generation to another. My father used to play the papangu, and now I am playing. And in the future, if I have children, I will teach my children to play it. And of course, yeah, we do. Other things, it's like in Easter. It's a tradition. I have my godfather and my godmother. We give them a bottle of wine during the Friday, and they give us something like chocolate or some candies in exchange.
Okay, Samuel, I remember that you told me about Pepe Goo with my students in, I think, the last, not last year, the last 2 years, yeah, 2 years ago, I think. So this is different students. Okay, if you still have the slide, maybe you can present us again about Pepe Goo. So the students now, because they are different students from the last one. So they know about Papangu and the other event celebration.
The
You still have, if
Papangu.
you still have,
Okay, let me
you still have some
look for
slides
it.
about the traditions. Okay.
The Papangus are like our Halloween. Let's see, like. Yes, I found it.
Yeah, okay, thanks. That's good.
Wait. Share screen. And this is what the Papangu is. We dress up like monsters, and we go around and we play tricks, and we drink and we dance. We make fun with people. It's just like the United States in Halloween.
Yeah, so this is the old tradition that still exists until now. Yeah.
Yes, I just can't remember when it began. They say it began in the Northeast when four guys they wanted to go out dressed up. I mean, with a disguise, and they were looking for Papa. No, sorry. They were looking for angu. Angu, it's a kind of a food made of corn. And Papa, it's like someone who looks for something. This is why the name Papa Angu, the one who looks for angu. And but it's so different from what we had at the past. And then I don't know when they mixed Catholic and Christian traditions with this because, for example, we made a big toy made of garbage, trash to burn, and we use this thing. Can you see the little boy with this white clothes holding something like a rod?
Yeah.
This is what we use to burn what we call a Judah. You know, in the Christian tradition, Judah betrayed Jesus, and then
Yeah.
we
I have heard about
every year, and then every year we made our Judas so we can put fire on him and destroy him.
So is it celebrated annually, the Papangu? Annually or every year you dress like that
Every year.
and okay.
It's during Easter.
In what day? I mean, what months? And is it special day to celebrate the Papangu?
Yeah, yeah. Look, during Easter we have
Easter.
Easter. We have Sunday. We have Easter, right? And then it begins from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But I just don't know how they mixed this with the Christian traditions. I just don't know. It's a tradition. It goes from one generation to the other. Cannot explain this.
So I think
what I know is I love it.
But Easter is around the corner. I mean, it's it's in a couple of in several days from now. I think Easter in Indonesia. I don't know about in Brazil. When will you celebrate Easter? I think it's in the early of April. I think in Indonesia, the first week.
No, we do celebrate it.
Mm-hmm.
I think I should stop. And by the way, it's Papangu is closed with a few days.
A few days, yeah. In the first week of April.
29th.
29th.
No, 26th.
26th. Okay. 26 is today for us. You're still in 25. You're still in 25. We already here in 26.
No, my bad. It's in 27th? 28th. Yeah, 28th. Is it Friday, 28th?
20, I think 29. 29.
29?
Yes.
Yeah,
Easter is in 29.
it is a pride.
Yeah, Indonesia 29. In a couple of days, Friday. Easter. Okay, we don't celebrate Easter, but it is a national holiday. So we got holiday in Easter, national holiday, to respect the Christians and the Catholics to celebrate the holiday.
And
But I don't celebrate.
we even sorry. And we even have something like Ramadan. We call it a Quaresma. It's in English, it's Lent. It seems like Ramadan because people they reflect a lot and they don't drink. Some of them.
Yeah.
It's not
Similar.
about doing something. It's about not doing things. But I think it's similar. When I didn't know about Ramadan, it was just for me it was just okay. But after I know about it, I think it's very similar one to another.
Yeah. Also,
but we don't fast.
Sorry.
But we don't fast
in Easter. We don't fast for Easter, okay? Because I know some Philippines also fast during the Easter. I mean, before Easter, they fast for a month. The Philippines, the Christian and the Catholics in the Philippines also do that. Also fasting before they celebrate Easter. So just like Muslims also. But only difference in fasting time. Different way. Sorry. Okay, we go back to another question from Zaim Marcus Eza.
Yes, ma'am.
What is your questions?
Hello, Mr.
Hello.
Okay, I think Samuel is not too old to be called Mister, yeah? Just call Samuel.
Okay, Samuel.
I think Samuel is still 25, Samuel?
25.
Yeah, 25. Okay,
Good.
I still remember. Okay, what is your question, Eza?
My question is there anything unique that Brazilians have in their relationship?
Something unique. Something unique in our country, is it your question?
In the term of relationship, I mean, yeah. So just like in Indonesia, especially the Muslims, yeah, the Muslim we can't get too close to the boys, the girls. I mean, the girls cannot get too close to the boys. And also for the relationship between men and women, if they have relationship, it is with the intention to get married, not just having fun. Okay. How about in Brazilians?
I just didn't get the last word of the question.
Okay, wait. I will show you the relationship in Indonesia. Okay, wait.
It happens.
I think. Okay, this is the comparison between relationship in Americans and also in Indonesians. Okay, maybe you can see here the difference between Americans and Indonesians. It's I mean here for the relationship between men and women. When in America they socialize a lot differently, but in Indonesia there are some limitations that boys can't get too close to girls. Yeah, but I think it is in this in the past, yeah. But in modern time they can get too close to girls. Okay, and then men and women can date or without the intention with or without the intention of getting married. While in Indonesia, the couple start to date with the intention of getting married. So they can just date to have fun or to just to messing around or something. So they have to have intention of getting married. Okay, and then okay, and about family values here, child raising. The children, parents in the United States especially put their children in spirit room since they were newborns. But in Indonesia, the children are still allowed to sleep with the parents until they reach 7 years old. And then this is reaching an appropriate age, around 18 to 21, children are encouraged to be independent and live their nest. But in Indonesia, they are encouraged to be independent and get a job, but they are still welcome at home anytime. And then the children don't have to ask permission to their parents to get married. In Indonesia, the marriage will be upon the parents' consent and blessings. And for the elderly, I don't know about Brazilians, but I think Americans usually send their elderly to the nursing homes, so they don't have to take care of the elderly by themselves. But in Indonesia, the elderly are taken care by their own children or relatives. So it's kind of it is kind of rude, yeah, to send our elderly to the nursing home. So we have to take care by our elderly by ourselves. Okay. So this is the unique way of Indonesia compared to Americans. I don't know about Brazil, but is it more similar to Americans or Indonesia? What do you think?
It's more like a mix of both. For example, here we also take care of our elderly. On the other hand, some couples they start dating without the intention to get married. Men and women socialize freely. And so the relationship can be long lasting. We don't encourage our children to leave our home when we are 18 or over, and our children still are allowed to sleep with the parents when they are children. Even I think I slept with my parents when I was 9 years old.
Yeah.
So this is in Brazil, our society is a kind of a mix of both of these examples, of course.
Yeah. Okay. And Samuel, how many brother or sister do you have?
I have one brother.
One brother. Only one brother. Elder brother or younger brother?
Yeah, he's older than me.
Okay. So only two children. Okay.
Yeah, only two.
Okay, I will stop the share screen and we can go to the next questions. Okay, so I think Zaim, do you still have other questions? Is it answered your questions about the unique tradition of Brazil? Unique relationship, yeah, unique relationship tradition in Brazilians.
Enough.
Okay, enough. Okay, thank you, Zaimatus. Next, Nafa.
Okay, my question is, in what way do Brazilian families prioritize spending time together?
This is something that we haven't been doing so much. I mean, a child, when they are born, they still stay with the parents, but after they reach some age, they are given a cell phone, and this is like something that will separate the child from the parents forever. And it's like everyone is living on his own world, on their cell phones. So they are there together in the same room, but no interaction at all. Only in a digital world. Yeah, I see this so often. Of course, it's not a general rule, but most of the cases it's like this. But before the rise of the cell phones, yes, we did spend some time together watching TV or going to some places like the beach or to a football match. But these things have been less and less common. And I think it's gonna be more and more rare in the next years.
So it is not common to take the children to have holiday, for example, to the beach or to the other vacation spot in Brazil, or
No,
do they still have that kind of tradition?
no, it is, but it's rare. It's not
Yeah, it's rare.
something so common. Now it's like I said, it's like people are living in their own worlds on their cell phones.
Yeah, because because of cell phone, so they they can get together anymore. Yeah, for the family. How
Yeah,
about how
no,
about in,
the problem isn't going to somewhere, and the problem is what they do when they get there. I take my children with me, but they stay on their cell phones. Did you get it?
yeah, and enjoy or
The
enjoy
problem is the interaction.
the interaction. Okay, and now we go to the next questions from Fajar. Fajar. Oh yeah, Fajar
Yes.
is. What is your question, Fajar?
How do the Brazilian parents raise their children?
Uh, I think the question is how do Brazilian parents raise their children? Is there any common
Brazilian.
Brazilian parents raise their children? Is there any common ways to raise the children, or every families have their own way to raise their children?
Oh, sorry, dear. Would you repeat?
Oh yeah. So Fajar want to know how do Brazilian parents raise their children? So is there any common ways to
Oh,
raise their children, or it's family, or every family has their own way to raise their children?
yeah, it's like every family has their own way. I mean, depending on the level of education of a family, they will teach different things. For example, if I live in a poor home, the way I will raise my children would be a little bit different from a family which has better economic conditions because their world is a little bit different. Uh, the respect, for example, when I see, I have been working in restaurants for a long time, so these restaurants they have like upper class customers most of the time, and their children are so respectful, so well mannered. And when we saw children from a less economically family, I mean, in terms of cash, money, the level of politeness is huge. So they they teach the children differently depending on the social class, and this is a fact. I'm not saying that everyone who is poor is hasn't well manners, not at all. Of course, I'm not. But the more money you have, most of the time, the more well-mannered the children will be, at least in public.
Okay, the more money you have, the better education the children will get. I mean, that's what you mean. Okay. Is that yeah. Okay, carry on. Someone. Okay. Yeah. Do the parents in Brazil still want their children to be a football players? I mean, there are so many football players in Brazil. Okay, I think do the parents encourage them to be football players or something?
Yeah, this is a kind of a stereotype of Brazil. Everyone is a football master. But it's the national sport. It's a national passion, so it's fine. Everyone, I think, in fact, we play football everywhere, on the beach, on the roads, in the wild, everywhere. It's good.
But
Good
to be,
direction.
yeah, but to be the professional ones, I mean, to be the professional.
Now, many ones wish, but only a few ones achieve this goal, because it's very, it's like the word is saying, professional. It's very professional.
Okay. Now we go to the next questions from Alfiani.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what is your question?
My question is there a difference between gender role in a Brazil family?
Gender roles, yeah. Is there any difference between gender roles in Brazilian's family? Gender roles. I mean, the males would be or the father, yeah, the fathers would be working outside, and mothers would stay at home to do the households, something like that. Or do Brazilian women still, or do Brazilian women are allowed to work outside home?
It's like I said in a presentation. In the past, this is why I separate the presentation into the past and the present. In the past, it was just like this. Men were responsible to get income for the family. The women would be responsible for taking care of the children, the home, doing the domestic and household duties. The men would have to work to provide the family. But nowadays, there is no such thing. Some families, they still follow this pattern, but others, they don't. If a woman and a man wants to work, they do. Nothing, I mean, there is nothing that would stop them from doing this. It's totally legal and there is no problem. The problem is if they have children, because they will need a babysitter, or their grandparents will have to take care of them. But in general, there is no problem.
So there is no specific difference here between gender, between men and women.
Nowadays, there isn't.
Okay, thank you, Alfiani, for the questions. Now we go to Dwi Putri.
Yes, ma'am.
What's your questions?
Hello, sir. I have question. What is the role of the family in Brazil in influencing a person's personal decision?
Yeah, the rules of family in influencing personal decisions. I mean, to get a job or to get married, they do the parents still influence the children to get the certain job or to marry a certain boys or certain girls?
This is a very interesting question. It's like, it's once again, this is why I separate the presentation into, because the past and the present times are two different worlds. In the past, would be just like her question. The parents would arrange the marriage. They would choose a profession, but not now. Now we have freedom of choice. If my father wants me to be a bricklayer and I don't want to study languages, I have my freedom to do so. If I don't want to get married with a girl because of some personal reason, I don't have to. My family, our families have their opinions, and that's fine, but we are not supposed to follow them. It's not like a law that we can't go.
Yeah, the parents can force you anymore. Yeah, the
Yeah.
parents cannot force you.
It's not like they control us.
They can't control you. Okay. Okay, now we go to the next question from Nur Sahro Sarifah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. What's the question? Lisa.
My question is, how do parents in Brazil teach values and tradition to their children?
Okay, do the parents still teach about the value of the old traditions? Yeah, until now, the old traditions, and they have to do the same with the parents in the traditions.
Yes, we do. They do. Especially if they have some religion. If they don't, for example, we teach to rob someone is wrong. We teach we must respect the people. We know these common things that one should know to be in our society. And going a little bit further, if I belong to a family, a religious family, I am supposed to be taught the religious dogmas. If I am from a Protestant family, I know I can't drink alcoholic beverages. I can't. I mean, it's not. I can't. I'm not supposed to go to a date with a girl without the intention of getting married. It's like the old style of living. So these kind of things we are taught by our parents.
Okay. Next questions, I think, Harisma Yuli. Harisma Yuli. Yeah. Okay, what is your questions, Novi?
How does your family view the importance of quality time together in strengthening family bonds?
Okay, about quality time to stronger, to make the family bond stronger. I think to strengthen the family bond is still do still have a common way or traditional way to strengthen the family bond by having quality time.
For example, let's say spending time together,
Yes,
like watching a football match. This is when the family gets all together, supporting the team. And this is a kind of a bond that we have. Or maybe when we go out to do a trip, or when we go to the beach and we want to do some exercise. These kind of things, they help us to strengthen our bonds as a family because we have some interaction. It's not like when I said that people only wants to stay on their cell phones doing I don't know what. So these kind of activities, or even cooking, if my mom is cooking the dinner and then I go there just to have some talk, we have some interaction, and this helps me to strengthen my bonds with her or with my father, for example. I am working with him, and this time we are spending together help us to strengthen our relationship. So I think spending time together with our families the way we do to strengthen our bonds.
Okay. Now we go to the next questions. Dian.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. What is your question, Dian?
Social networks offer the opportunity to meet new people. What about your culture in Brazil? Do people use social network to meet or make friends with new people?
Okay. Like social media.
This is good. This is a good question. The social medias help us a lot. If I want a date, yeah, we can get some there. But on the other hand, this line has been very dangerous because some people, bad people, criminals, have seen this as a good opportunity to commit crimes. Sometimes I act as if I was 18-year-old girl, blonde and with blue eyes, and I am talking to a 45-year-old man, and I am acting as if I was a woman because I want to rob that guy. And this is a kind of a common crime nowadays. People being assaulted by others that they met online. So it's good, it's fine to meet new people online. Even I do this.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay, we know each
happy
other
right
by the social
here.
media. We know each other
Uh-huh.
by the social media.
We met online, and it's okay because we are good people. But sometimes bad people are behind the screen trying to get to their new target. So this is something common. We do a lot. I think even more than in public places. But we must be careful and to be aware of the criminals because they are still over there. They are with us on the internet.
Okay, thank you, Dian, for the questions. Now we go to Fikri. Fikri Ardians. Yeah. Fikri.
Ma'am. Wait, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry, I have a question.
Mhm.
What is a view on marriage between different religions in Brazil? I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, it's okay, okay. What do Brazilians see or perceive about marriage between different religions? Is it allowed or is it okay?
It's like I said, Brazil is a secular country. There is no facial religion, but yet the majority is Catholic. And if this happens, it's fine. But the problem is I will have my beliefness and her will have hers. So the relationship will have some
There are two religions in a
discussions
family.
here and there.
Okay.
It's okay. Technically, it's fine, but the relationship is gonna face a few fights here and there and some discussions. But in general, it's fine. There is no problem at all.
Okay, does it happen? Does it happen commonly in Brazil that a couple with different religions?
Yes,
Family
it's
parents.
like it's like political ideologies. I am a rightist and my wife is leftist. I support one candidate and she other. It's just like that. It's like I support Real Madrid and my girlfriend Barcelona. I like Ronaldo and her Messi. It's like that. We can live together, but there are a few differences.
Okay, so suppose you marry you get married with a girl with a different religion, so you don't have to make them Catholic like you. You don't have to make her Catholic like you. Okay. Okay, Fikri, do you still have another questions about the marriage between different religions?
Maybe nothing.
Okay, thank you, Rifki. Now, sorry,
Yeah.
Rifki, Fikri, sorry.
Dear.
Fikri.
Hey, now I have a question. What happens if someone from a different religion wants to? Is there a problem or not?
Yeah, because in I don't know what to say. Maybe some other can help me to say about our religion, the marriage between in our religions. Yeah, I mean, if because I'm married, yeah, I'm married with the same religion, so I don't have any problem. Yeah, suppose I was still a teenage, no, I was still single and I will fall in love with a man or a boy with different religions. Okay, so my parents would not allow me to marry him, and unless he convert to Islam. Muslims. Okay, just like that. I mean,
I got it.
I think Muslims parents will have the same decisions. Yeah. Okay.
I got it.
In case of marriage. Okay. Now the last question from Rifki. Rifki. The last, yeah, I think Rifki. The other ones have asked question to Samuel. I think the last one is Rifki. Rifki, are you here, Rifki? Rifki is not responding. Okay, Rifki is not responding. Okay, any other questions from the students? Everyone has asked question to you, Samuel. Yeah, I think, and the last one will be Rifki, but Rifki is not responding. So I think I have to end this meeting. I should end this meeting. Thank you for your beautiful presentation. Thank you for your explanation. But before you go, let me take screenshot and we can take this. Yeah, okay. Everyone, please turn on your camera so we can take picture together with Samuel. Okay. Fajar, Fikri, turn on your camera, please. Harisma. Oh yeah. Rifki, you are here. You are here, Rifki. Okay, do you have question, Rifki? Rifki,
yes, ma'am.
Okay. What the last question for Ricky.
What, ma'am?
Yeah.
Yeah. My question is, how do families in Brazil celebrate important events together, such as birthday, weddings, and religious events?
How do the family celebrate events like birthdays? Okay, do you celebrate your birthday or your wedding with your family or with your friends, close friends?
It's one way, and it's a big party. We love parties. If it's my birthday, it's a party. If it's a wedding, it's a party. If it's everything, it's a party. Everything is resolved with a party, a big party, and most of them with alcoholic beverages, and loud sounds. Loud music.
Dancing also.
Dancing, yeah, sure. It's just like that, a big spree.
Okay, do you still have another question, Rifki? Okay, if not, we can take picture ya. Okay, anyone please turn on your camera, siswi tadi siapa lagi ya? Siswi, Dwi, yeah, siswi. I'm still waiting. Siswi, no, not siswi. Siswi is not here. Dian. Yeah, okay. Okay, let me take the screenshot. Everyone please smile. 1, 2, 3. Oh, sorry, sorry, what is here? Wait. Okay, once again, wait. Hold on. Dian hilang lagi, oke. Dian, ojo hilang ya. The times, yeah, the 3 times you accept my invitations. I hope you are not bored joining the Zoom meeting with me.